What is good, y'all? It's your boy West B back with another video. In this video, we're talking about Serato's new MIDI controller, the Serato Slab. It was created to be used with Serato software like Serato DJ, Serato Sample, and Serato Studio, but you can also use it in programs like FL Studio, Pro Tools, Logic. You get what I'm saying, right? But second upload of the day, let's go ahead and get into this little reaction. And when I first seen it, first thing I noticed was this gray on the left hand side. Reminds me of the old PS1, you know what I'm saying? Especially with these two buttons right here, it definitely reminds me of the OG PlayStation. And I would buy it just because of that if I had the bread for it, you know? But let's go ahead and scroll down. We're gonna react to this overview video. We're gonna see this thing in action. Here it is right here. Let's go full screen.
Made to work with Serato Studio.
Let's go.
As a natively mapped MIDI controller, Slab puts everything from Serato Studio right at your fingertips, so you can stay in the zone without having to reach for your mouse. It's designed to work with Serato Sample and even Serato DJ Pro as an accessory device.
It's
For
dope.
this video, I'll show you how to make a beat on Slab in Serato Studio.
I love that hybrid workflow of having the
Hold Shift plus
beat
Auto
machine and the
select a
computer.
genre, and we'll generate a pattern from Studio's library. You can
And I like that too, the auto generators, just to get the creative juices flowing, to get you started and whatnot. I like that. That's cool.
always hit Shift plus Delete to clear the deck so you can do your own thing. Let's give it some feel. Set Slab to strip mode and use the touch strip to quickly download the swing for the drums. Now, let's look at the hi-hats by viewing them on Slab step sequencer. Press Shift plus piano mode. I want my hi-hats to sound a bit more human and less programmed. Hold down any of the pads in the sequence and shift where they land by turning the big dot. And to adjust the velocity, again, hold down any of the pads that you want to.
So far, this looks very, very intuitive. You know what I mean? Very hands-on. Yeah, this looks nice so far, man. I mean, we're just like a minute in, but, you know, I'm fucking with it so far.
Change.
I like
and
it.
This time, we'll use the touch strip to download those playing dynamics. I can do the same process for anything in the kit. Snares, claps, or even kicks to make adjustments to the beat. To get out of the sequence view and back to the full playing kit, press trigger mode. Now that I have my drums the way that I want, let's make the loop longer. Press scene size to extend the scene size out to the way that you want. Here, I'll extend it to 4 bars. And let's add some more variation to the loop by adding in some note repeats. I'll select the hi-hat and hold down the note repeat and dial in the repeat value with the first encoder knob, anywhere from a 4th note to a 1/32 triplet. And I'll record a variation to finish up the drums. Now let's chop up a sample. I'll create a new scene by pressing Scene Select and tap on an empty pad to make a new scene. Let's navigate the library to load in the sample.
Cooking soul, you can never go wrong with cooking soul.
With the sample loaded, I'll use Auto Set to automatically chop up and set cue points throughout the sample. If you want to change the Auto Set mode, you can hold Shift and press Auto Set. You can favorite the cue points you like and press Auto Set again to find more. If there are any chops that I don't want, I'll hold down Delete and press the pads. And if I want to scroll through my sample, I'll set Deck Scrub as the dial mode. This way, I can tap on any of the empty pads and assign cue points. I can choose whether I want to tap to trigger or hold down a pad for each chop's playback with the trigger mode button. Let's quickly down the frequencies and volume. Press the encoder mode
I like it.
and then go to Deck EQ to shape the track's highs, mids, lows, and levels using these 4 encoder knobs. And now with all my cue points set, I can press record and record in my chops. Now, let's make another scene and load another sample to do something different. I'll separate the sample stems. I
MSX
only want the melody,
audio.
so I'll mute the bass.
Can't
and
go wrong with their
everything
packs either.
else. Press the encoder mode button and select deck stems, and press down on the encoder knobs to turn off any of the unwanted stems. And for the melody stems,
Nice.
I can turn the encoder knob to adjust the level of the stems to my liking.
Damn.
And like I did before, I'll tweak the EQs and the deck volume.
Watching this, I know they're on Serato Studio, but I might need to go get Serato sample one day. I might need some Serato products on my computer.
Now I want to add bass to my track, so I'll make a new scene and I'll add another sample in. This sample's got a pretty good bass line already, so let's load it up into a new deck and place a couple of chops. And for this sample, I don't want the melody, so again, I'll mute the track stems except for the bass.
Damn, that's nice.
Now, let's make some minor adjustments.
That is dope right
This
there.
cue point here is playing a little bit too fast for my bass line, so I'll time stretch the BPM on this pad to make it slower. By pressing Shift and encoder mode, I can adjust the tempo for the pad parameter. The bass sounds good, but it needs a bit more volume, so I'll raise the bass stem's volume and add in some hard compression as well. A shortcut for adding in one of Studio's built-in effects, switch to deck effect mode, using the encoder mode button. Holding down Shift and turning the encoder knob lets you load in the effect for that knob. Alright, now that the bass is done, let's make another scene and play out some ARP notes. Let's add a synth to another instrument deck. All the pads are available in key because playing key is active.
Alright.
And to have this track fit nicely in the mix, I can make some small adjustments to EQ, volume, and also use the touch strip to apply a filter. And lastly, I'll add some effects to the synth. Alright, so now I've got all the main tracks for the beat, but I want some of the scenes to stand out even more. So on Slab, I'll use the pad effects.
Alright, what
Slab
we got?
has 4 unique effects types, which you can only access with Slab connected. You have the wah filter, the lo-fi crush, the inverse reverb, and the pitch loop. These effects types are grouped into columns.
Nice.
With the effects amounts increasing from 25% to 100%, from the bottom to the top. You can use these effects for live beat sets or record them in as automation. And if I make a mistake, I can always hit undo to start over. Now that the beat is finished, I can play around with the overall BPM and key to hear what it sounds like. To do this, press the encoder mode, select deck parameters, and turn the encoder knobs to make the adjustments.
Yeah, I like
Or
that right
faster,
there. You can
or
just
pitch higher or lower.
pitch your whole. That right there is dope. I like that. Being able to. Yeah, I like that. I like that right there. Let's finish this out.
And that's it. Grab Slab and bring beat making back to your hands. Head over to Serato.com to learn more about Slab and Serato Studio.
Man. Hey, look at me. Go check that video out for me. Nah, but damn. Yeah. Natively Serato, built for flow. Yeah, that shit look fire. That will look fire right there. Look at that. 329. Not bad. Hey, next year, man, I might be on Serato, man. I ain't even gonna lie. Bro, that shit look good. I ain't gonna stunt. That look good. Yeah, I'm I like what I saw, bro. I that's something up my alley right there. That's directly up my alley. Yeah, I might have to Yeah, we're going to have to get that sometime next year, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's the Serato Slab. Like I said, that looks like a very nice, intuitive, hands-on MIDI controller right there for the Serato software. Yeah, bro, that looks fire. I gotta keep looking more into this and seeing it in use, seeing people use it. But it's your boy Westby signing out. Comment below what you think about it. Like the video, dislike the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video as well. I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Peace.